Hi, my beautiful Virgo Nation. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. This is your love reading. Maybe not the typical boy meets boy or boy meets girl, whatever. This is how can we bring more love into Virgo's life, or what type of love is going on in Virgo's life. And that can be in a romantic partnership, but it can also be like a soul tribe friend or friendship that is about to come in, or that you're already in, or like a business partner. It can be talking about elevating your love vibration, or like vibration overall, to just get into more love. Let's see what comes. It can even be an animal that we're talking about that brings so much love into your life. So a Virgo, we're starting with 3 initial cards here, and then we're just going to clarify them, and then we're really going to get going. And if you resonate with the reading, you're so welcome to the extension. I love this. Might be my favorite card out of all the decks and cards I have. Spread your wings. Be open, connect with source, spread your wings, move forward, and there will be a beautiful, beautiful connection. With number 2, so numerology wise, there's all about balance and conversation, communication. Ooh, we have a little bit of a tower moment. Probably have already had, because this is a rebuild from that. 16, sudden shift and sudden changes. And the third card out. Third card out for Virgo, please. There you go. Root chakra. Wow. Laying a new ground, a new core, a new foundation. Feeling more trustworthy of being nurtured, like that you're going to be fed at the end of the day, that your money is going to be enough, that you're enough. It can be a family matter, family situation. Laying in a foundation here for yourself. Okay, so it's interesting how they feel a little bit reversed, and as I'm starting to talk about this, I'm getting a little bit dizzy. So I don't know if someone is really like having their worldview shifted, or like if your nervous system gets really out of, like, if you're really shaken, or like if it takes you out of your familiar surroundings, you can really start to have these dizzy spells, like, because you're out of sorts, you're not in your familiar setting. So that might just be for like 1 or 2 people. So we have the spread your wings, which is I love this. Do you see how she's like really open? She's arms wide open with the connection to source, and just moving forward on her path, really trusting. Like, you cannot be this open and have a connection like that to source and have your arms and heart open and move forward without it actually having like an interaction with someone or something. Something will be matched with you, and there's like someone else or something else with a connection to source that just comes down into like a meeting point a little bit further down into your future, which reminds me to say that this is the reading for around about mid-April until mid-May of 2022. So there's a meeting point as you stay open, Virgo. You stay open and interactive, and just keep your, like, the only real relationship that we really need to focus on is the connection with our source, which is really there. But I mean, it's shown in this way here, right? So can we clarify this? Spread your wings for Virgo, please. Spread your wings. Wow. That was quick. Virgo, you're on a good track. You're on a good path. We have Ace of Gabriel and we have the Queen of Raphael. I mean, Ace of Gabriel is basically the Empress, and Queen of Raphael is like you've managed. It's like you've found a way around it. And whatever it is in your life, like, you know what that is. Like, you've found a way. We have a rebuild here. So we've had a tower moment. We've had a situation or maybe you even have been like floored to the point where you get dizzy because your nervous system gets put out of its familiarity. Like it's not the same familiar surroundings anymore. And wherever we're going right now, like an ascending species, and I'm not heavy into the fifth dimension. I know there's so much talk about the fifth dimension, like that we're going to move from the third to the fifth dimension. But first and foremost, we're already there. We're in every dimension. There's a part of us in every single dimension, although we're physically focused here in the third dimension. When I get information from my guides and I hear the ascension process, the ascension is about our heart. Our heart and vibration is ascending, but still within the third dimension. And I keep saying this, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm barely just scraping the surface of figuring out this third dimension. And being physical, so I'm told, is the most beautiful thing. Being in fifth dimension, there's no smell, there's no touch, there's no taste, there's no sight, there's no nothing. It's just pure knowing. And when you know it in an instant, and that was that. How boring is that? So there's something here, Virgo, with you that makes me go on and on about that like, okay, you're starting to get a hang of this third dimension stuff. Like you're starting to get like Ace of Gabriel, like there's someone that really have managed their own emotional body. You've started to really come into your own, like into balance in your life, knowing clearly what you want and what you're going for. And yes, we have the connection to source here. We walk with open arms, just walking straight forward with having like all the way up to there. There's no manifestation. Right there, nothing has happened, nothing has happened, nothing has happened, nothing has happened, nothing has happened. Although there's probably like heaps and heaps of signs all on that path to some sort of connection taking place. But there's something in you that is keeping the faith right now, that even though you don't see clear evidence of something manifesting or like a beautiful connection taking place in terms of like you want just a clearer connection to source so that you can higher your vibration and come more into love. Or if this is you wanting a romantic partnership, finding that soul tribe friend. If that is you coming together with a person in business to just do business with, like finding that most gorgeous business partner, whatever connection this is, even an animal, even a dog, like you just want this beautiful dog in your life. There's a lot of moments on that path before that actually happens, but there's something with Virgo right now being so confident and just keeping the faith that like if I just keep an open mind, if I just have my focus like the connection to source, I have an open heart and I just keep walking, there's going to be an interaction. There's going to be some sort of coming together. And you're so absolutely right. And so the Empress or the Ace of Gabriel is like so walking forward in confidence, in balance. Really, really beautiful. And the Queen of Raphael is someone that has taken life experience as they know it and turned it into wisdom. And because there's a lot of people that can just sort of basically bang their heads in the wall. I mean, I was probably one of those people like 20 years ago. You just keep banging your head in the wall and you're like, ow, that hurt. Let's try that one more time. Like, are you sure? Yeah. I don't know that consciously, but let's just try it one more time to just bang my head right into the wall. And then you just go through another round and another round and another round. And then it's like, hey, is there something to this? Is there something that I'm doing that maybe I want to change a little bit? So there's something here, taking this life experience, taking this knowledge and turning it into wisdom. Like there's been a wake-up call, or there's been a situation that really has humbled you, that has really awakened you, and you are just a monster in the most beautiful sense, a monster to be reckoned with. Like you're yeah, there's a really, really powerful thing going on around Virgo right now. if you don't feel this, you're about to come into it. You're about to put things into place, okay? Because we have our beautiful Sound of Music woman with her face, Julie Andrews. And then she spit. How beautiful. Doesn't she look like Julie Andrews? I think that is Julie Andrews. She probably has had a fair few moments to rebuild herself as well. So it's Virgo and Julie. Virgo and Julie. That should be a movie. Virgo and Julie. Julie and Virgo. Julie and the Virgo Nation. Okay, stop it. There's something that has taken place that has brought you literally to your knees. Something that has shaken your very foundation, your core. There's something that happened, a tower situation. I don't think it's a tower situation, because a tower situation can be something that really shakes you, but it can be something that's really positive that shakes you, and something that's really negative that shakes you, that you would perceive as negative or perceive as positive. With this and with this arms wide open and turning life experience into wisdom, and sort of just slowly but surely starting to raise that vibration of yours, and just coming more and more into love and more security and more wisdom in yourself. Probably this is a situation that has been negative, that you needed to rebuild, like you needed to build yourself back up. And together with 16, so it's a tough one. It's a sudden shift and sudden change. So that's something that causes a surprise. It's something that, like, maybe on some level your intuition told you about it, but you still sort of couldn't really see what was coming. It is a little bit of a surprise, like someone pulls the rug from underneath you and it's like, what the hell just happened? But there's a rebuild here. You're rebuilding yourself back up, or have already done so, because we're starting with this awesome monster. Sorry for bumping the microphone. So can we clarify this rebuild, please, for Virgo and Julie? So many cards. Why, Virgo? I don't want that many cards. I just heard take them, so I guess I will. Okay. Is there some sort of order here? Wow. So I'm going to save that. We have... we now had 2 aces on the table, so that's really beautiful. 5. Wow. Ace of Raphael came out. We're going to say that for last. We're starting with the 5 of Ariel, sorry. 7 of Michael, 9 of Gabriel, and 3 of Ariel. So it's a really beautiful path here. So this rebuild, I understand, there's a process, and this is, 5 of Ariel is all about, like, probably have feeling stuck, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you have to, there's something that you fought for, or like you've been fighting for your own life, feeling like you had to do a lot of it on your own. You haven't really felt supported in this situation, or like rescue what was at hand. Even though people probably have like been around you and maybe even tried to give you a helping hand, this has been a quite the lonely journey. Coming out from the cold there, being guided. So probably you haven't been listening more to your spirit guides than people around you. Does that make sense? Like you have put more trust in the non-physical, in the ethers, than you've done in your peers or in your family members or in your, it's just, it feels like it's been a lonely physical journey, but perhaps not so lonely when it comes to your guides. Like you just have relied on your inner guidance rather than the physical outer guidance, if that makes sense. And so this is Michael showing you a new path. This is you Um, the first time, and I understand that all people see these angels differently. So I don't believe for a second that there is one way that Michael will look. I don't even know if there's such a thing as Michael, but we have turned it into Michael for us to understand, right? And what each of these archangels stand for. And so I don't want to say that this is the truth. This is my truth. And I'm giving this analogy right now, and I actually have had forgot about it, which is crazy that you can forget about these things. But so how you're shown a new path. So how many years ago? I don't know. Never mind. Not important. A lot of years back, I had a meltdown. It wasn't a meltdown. Well, it was somewhat a meltdown. I had a crash and burn situation, and I was involved with a person who just had they were a Virgo, actually, still are, I hope. They had my heart. They just really had my heart. And this person had been with me for so many years. And it was a situation, long story short, it was a situation where we got to see each other, but he was married. And I thought there for a little bit, like I found my home. He's so home to me that is like, I'm not sure I've known any other home like that. He's just been home to me forever. And yeah, when he let me understand that no, it's not going to be us. And I also understood that he's not going to be part of my life. Like, it's not just the fact that, you're not working romantically, but to just lose someone, it almost feels like they're dead to you because you just know that you're not going to see them anymore. And it was a time in my life where, again, long story short, everything sort of came to this point of like, that was just the tip of the iceberg. That was the thing that sort of had me just go over. And it felt like a death. It felt like I just lost someone, like someone just died. And in that, like, it was just a grief from another world. Like, I'd never really felt that type of grief before, like really heavy sorrow. In that same instant, or almost the same instant, of just ugly cry, as Oprah would say, with snot and tears coming out of places you wouldn't understand, Michael appeared in my living room. And I'd never seen, I see silhouettes, I will see certain things, from time to time, and orbs are everywhere, like those type of things. But I'd never seen an angel, let alone an archangel, in that full, in my living room. It was the most heart ripping and love infusing moments all wrapped in one. I don't have no idea how to describe it. I just want to say that when this takes place, when there's something that just brings you to your knees, it leaves you out in the cold. You feel like you're the loneliest person on earth, and you just surrender. There's no fight in you. There's no, I'm going to not give up, or like any of that. You just give up. There's just a pure giving up. It opens up for such opportunities for clarity and for epiphanies and for like just contact. And that's what happened in that moment. So when Michael comes here to show you, Virgo, a new path, it might not even be that you're shown a new path. It might be that something has appeared in your life that just shifts your whole thinking. It shifts your perspective. It shifts your understanding. It just falls into place. And I'm not going to say that I stopped grieving in that very moment, that it all was like over and done with, but it sure took 70% off of it immediately. I was brought to this other place where I'm like, hey, I can be here. I love this. This is a lovely place. I will actually manage to do this. Like, I can go through with this, and not only go through it, there's some really cool stuff happening here. There's something opening up for you, Virgo. In those darkest moments, there's something opening up. You're being shown a new path. There's nothing to gather from the old path. Just let it go. Like, there's nothing still there. There's a new path here. You're starting to see some light. You're starting to see some light. There's been a green thing happening in the past. There's a lot of drought, being left alone, and now you're sort of back in the saddle, like you're ready. You're ready for the next move here. This is even do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. Like, this is you finding your heart again. This is you finding your passion. This is you opening every box to just look at what can you do? What is your passion? What is your purpose? You know, once we're really down and out, we have those stories all the time. When someone gets really sick, or it was like a near call, you know, people start to rethink. When I had that encounter with Michael, and it's amazing how I can forget about it, because it's such a life-changing, huge impact that just shifted me forever. And then, you know, years go by and I actually forgot about that, because it's not an everyday thing, but and so I thank you for bringing that memory out in me again, because it's like how do you forget about those things? You're finding your purpose. You're finding there's something that has brought you to your knees, but in the same instance, it cracks you open, and there Michael is, and you're finding your purpose. So much so that I would say we have Queen and we have Ace of Raphael on the table. So there's a beautiful, if you want to call it power couple, please do. But this can be a power couple in the sense of the best of friends. It can be a situation where you just feel this is where your home is, this is where your heart is, this is where your passion is, your purpose. It's a coming together for sure, though, of energies of like-minded people, whether that is romance, business, friends, like I said, even an animal. These are beautiful energies entering your life right now, because you have taken life experience and turned it into wisdom, and you're staying open. You're staying open. Walking with confidence. And you're finding yourself in a new phase. We have that together with the base chakra, like you're laying a new foundation. It can be home, family, money, support. No wonder. Because if that has been sort of really out of order, if you haven't felt at home anywhere, if you felt really lonely and you felt like you have no footing, no core, no foundation, if you felt like you're just left alone out in the cold, no wonder the base chakra starts to work. You're kicking it into such high gear, like you're just finding that beautiful foundation where you feel like you belong. This is your family home. This is where you're rooted. This is where you're supposed to be. Like, you're finding your home. You're finding your place in the world. You're finding your place within yourself. Number one, brand new beginning, brand new energy. We're going to look deeper into this in the extension and see what else we can find there for you, Virgo. It's a really, really beautiful reading here. You're a monster. You're a beautiful, beautiful monster, heading in such the right direction. Okay, if you're interested in the extension, 2 links to that is in the description box. Please read about them and see whatever fits you better. It doesn't matter which one. If not, thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I do so much appreciate you coming here and watching these videos with me. And please consider to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like these videos that I'm making for you. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see some of you guys in the extension. Bye.